All right. So, welcome everybody. Hello everyone, and welcome. We're so excited to have you all here today for the Universal Business Webinar. Now, our business webinar for this month is entitled From Chaos to Control. Now, today we'll be diving into critical topics that every business owner faces. Now, why do some businesses succeed while most don't? It's not always about who works harder, it's about who works smarter, who uses the right system, and builds processes that can actually scale. Now, that is what we'll be talking about today with this webinar. And my name is Cherry. I'm not the one who's going to facilitate, but we have a guest facilitator for today, and his name is Michael. So, hi, Michael. Let me just give you a quick overview or an introduction about Michael. Michael Oss is a serial entrepreneur with a deep passion for helping small and mid-sized businesses grow smarter. Now, over the past 20 years of his experience, he's able to build, operated, sold businesses across a variety of industries. Now, from payment processing, online platforms to hospitality, even real estate, well, you name it. Now, along the way, he's able to learn the most business challenges. It all comes down to, well, disorganized operations, lack of clarity, and trying to grow with disconnected tools. And that is why he's here with us today. He will be introducing, or he will be discussing to us or sharing to us practical insights and introduce Universell. Universell is a platform built to help businesses simplify, automate, and even scale. And this will definitely be the best tool that you'll ever come across. So let's go ahead and hear it from Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Cherry. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining. And I think we're going to get started with speaking about why businesses succeed and why businesses don't. The harsh truth is that about 20% of the businesses that start every year are failing immediately. This is according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Within 5 years, 50% are gone. In about 10 years, 65% are gone. So this is something that obviously every business owner wants to avoid and wants to be able to, make sure that they're a success, they're a winner. So what are some of the challenges that these business owners are dealing with? Obviously, all of us who are in business have dealt with these challenges. So we're going to go into some of the following slides and discuss things that we want to stay away from. And then we'll discuss points that we want to address in order to gain success. So apart from the harsh truth, let's go into the next slide. Okay, the everyday entrepreneur is Joe. So let's meet Joe. He started with a passion. He saved a lot of money. He borrowed money from his family, maybe, or maybe he's worked, in a certain business for a while, and he's all excited about doing it on his own. So the business plan he put together was something that he sat down one day, was inspired to put it together. He was very excited about the potential of him being independent. But, as usual, when we get into excitement, sometimes we forget about the crucial points. If we look at every successful person, they have advisors, many advisors who they go to. Even, let's take the president of the United States, probably has hundreds of advisors sitting behind him, giving him different feedback about why this will work, why it will not work. What about us as small individuals or, entrepreneurs? We should also have those advisors in place. Either we have people that we know that have succeeded, or we can reach out to those people and pay them for that advice. The idea is that many entrepreneurs get into business without getting that advice. So let's see, cash flow is something that usually they don't think about in the long term. How am I going to survive the next couple of years before the business gets off the ground? The next 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 years, how am I going to be able to support that? Operational alignment. and data-driven decision making, not making decisions based on the whim. What I feel today or what I feel tomorrow is going to be very different than what my reality is, in the field. And these are some of the steps that many business owners go through as the average Joe and try to set up a business and don't succeed with. So let's go into the next slide. So how should we think when we're thinking about growth? Most of us think, let me take it one step at a time. But one step at a time is actually a very good formula in order for me to be able to succeed. But within that step that I'm taking, it might stop me from looking at the big picture. So having a very solid business plan and having a routine or having a framework that's in place is crucial to the success of every business. Now, most people don't think that big, or they default to somebody else's thought process, right? So, for example, a franchisee that he's buying into a franchise and he's willing to pay royalty fees. The royalty fees that he's paying is basically in exchange for somebody else's business plan and tools that they've been able to test and test over and again, make mistakes and test it again until they find the right formula in order for them to be successful. So we want to act like these franchisees. A lot of the franchises throughout the United States, throughout the world, very successful because they're utilizing an existing business plan. So you want to think like a franchisee, and we want to think big, even though that we're small. The franchisees are thinking big because they're thinking of expansion of the next location of 100 or 50 or 1,000 locations. And that's how we have to think. We have to think about a framework that we're building for the long term. Balance of times and what our vision is, long-term vision with short-term management goals. They're very different, but we have to manage both of them at the same time and pivot repeatedly. The idea of pivoting repeatedly is scaling is not just going up. It's also not moving, horizontally, but also diagonally at times in order to allow us to grow, make mistakes, and still grow, and make more mistakes, and still grow until we find the right path. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so some of the top reasons that business fails are cash flow mismanagement, lack of market research, weak financial planning, poor management, as people think that I can manage my business in the way that I manage myself. Unfortunately, they don't always go together. Managing myself is one, and managing, the business itself, it's a whole other challenge, because when I'm managing the business, I have to think about dealing with many people that will just walk away if I don't produce everything right the first time. I only get one chance, one opportunity at impressing them, one chance in order to get them to buy into my sales pitch, into my goal, right? Ineffective marketing. They might have a beautiful business, but the marketing behind it does not exist, or maybe it's inconsistent. External factors, that we all plan beautiful things into the future, but many times we have personal things that come up along the way. We have challenges, maybe, COVID comes up as it did a few years ago, many external factors that can affect our plans, and we have to account for that within our planning. Unclear value proposition is another big one that many people do not have clarity on the product that they're offering. So if they're not sure about their product or how they're offering it, they're also not able to communicate that to their potential clients. And lack of a clear business plan, that entails quite a lot of different aspects, but lack of a clear business plan is also how do I, adhere to a base plan, and how do I pivot from it, and how do I know to change the plan as I move along, because things will come up and I will have to make changes to them. So the business plan is not something that I will stick to throughout the life of my company, but I will have to pivot, and I will have to maneuver depending on the challenges that come my way. Let's go on to the next slide. So what's the biggest operational challenge that you guys are currently facing? If you can tell me in the chat, there is a chat on the bottom. If everybody can just tell us what they're currently experiencing. Is it managing too many tools, tracking inventory, staff scheduling, payment issues, customer flow follow-ups, or even automation? A lot of the things that we see that successful businesses do is automating processes. That way they can, continue with other more important things that they don't need to be involved in. They don't need to touch a process that is already easy to go. I don't need to dive back into it because I can just set up and go with automation, especially with today's technology, with the amount of potential automation that's out there. So on the next slide, we have a little bit of information on how to avoid these pitfalls. So centralized dashboard, meaning having the ability to see everything in one place is something that's very, very unique. When I work with many different types of challenges, I usually have an idea board somewhere where I place everything on one concentrated board. I try to fit as much information on that board because that's my go-to board that I can see how marketing is being handled, how the sales team is working, how the customer support is dealing with items, or what the issues that they're facing. The idea board is a central panel for me to be able to deal with all of these issues and at the same time connect them with the day-to-day ongoing scheduling, new things that are coming up. Maybe it's appointments, maybe it's bookings, maybe it's setting up an ease of use, which is very important for many users when they're touching my product. If my product is a retail product, or maybe it's a wholesale product, or maybe I'm working with something that is face-to-face. So or online. So in all of those cases, I need to be able to have a centralized dashboard that I can go to, and I'm able to see them at a flash. Real-time KPIs, something that will help me get reporting on a daily basis, something that will allow me to get notified on my phone, which we use our phone nonstop. So if I have a reporting that's coming into my phone on a daily basis, how many items I've sold that day, how much am I making on those items, etc., profit margins, inventory that I need to order. If I have something centralized that I can go to, it will allow me to move forward in a much better pace. Also, a systemized approach. If we look at the franchises, most of them have a systematic approach on how to deal with their day-to-day. Not because they put it into place, but rather they inherited it from the franchisee, right? And very important is a structured marketing. Structured marketing allows us to have, not like email campaigns that we're being told, hey, I'm going to send 1,000 emails. I have 500 opens, or I have 50 opens. And that means that I did a good job because I have a 5% open rate, or I have a 20% open rate. How many people actually bought from my campaigns? Are my campaigns beneficial? Do I need to spend more money into the same direction that I spent to before? Let's go into the next slide. And the final moment is also something that's overlooked by many. The final moment is, how do I address people when they're coming to the checkout? If I'm an online business, is my shopping cart that is being used, does that have an easy to use experience? Is it also provoking the customer to give me as much information that I can reuse in case they abandon the shopping cart? So I can reach out to them again. So those final moments are crucial for the business owner, but many business owners look at, what am I doing with my customer support, or how am I handling inventory, or how am I handling other things that are not relevant to the payment experience. And we're going to speak about the payment experience in another webinar. The checkout, the critical customer experience, is what you see many of the big stores concentrating on. For example, in hospitality, they will train people. If you have people standing in line, and you have a line of 10 people trying to check into a hotel. One of the parts of the training is look up to the clients that are standing there in line, smile at them, acknowledge them, let them know that you'll be with them in a few minutes, and go on with the show, right? But many cashiers or many stores, let's say, they won't even look up at you. You'll feel like you're a burden onto them until you get to the checkout, and some people will just leave the merchandise and walk away. That happens both online and offline. So the final moments of payments is a crucial point that is many times overlooked. Let's go to the next slide. So the idea of the tools that most businesses use today, modern tools from POS systems, CRMs, marketing, finance, and all of these dashboards are basically, in many cases, completely separated. So you have to log into tool number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and maybe number 10 in order for you to be able to track your information. Let's go to the next slide. Another very important part that you see successful businesses use is loyalty and gift cards, employee management, scheduling, forms, KPIs that they're reviewing every day, analytics. This is information that all the big stores and the franchises are looking to every single day in order for them to make proper decisioning. And this is something that most small business owners do not even have in their tool set in order for them to be able to address that. And if they do, they might have signed up to 1 or 2 tools. It was overcomplicated, so they stayed away. They moved back and they went as a default to what they were, what they knew how to do before. In addition to that, accounting tools. At the end of the year, we have to give all that information to an accountant. If it's completely disorganized, it becomes a mess for us. But if everything is happening on a daily basis, in an automated way, at the end of the year, I don't have to do much. I just have to give access to my accountant, let him review the books, and he's done. And if he has a few questions, let's go. I'm ready for you, right? Let's go to the next slide. And in the next slide, we're going to speak about a few different tools that are very commonly found in the market. For CRMs, we see the Salesforce, which is one of the most famous softwares out there, HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, Fresh Sales, Keep, Nimble, Insightly, Monday, and many other more CRMs that are out there. And they're fantastic. They do a very good job. The same thing with pipelines, like Pipedrive is one of the famous ones, but you've seen that some of them have a common denominator between them. The same thing with inventory management. There's so many other inventory management tools that are out there, and calendar, and appointments, and booking tools. And the list goes on. In the next slide, we're going to see also customer and sales management, CRM. Let's go to the next slide. So also, in addition to that, we have to worry about our web presence. I'm sorry, I skipped a slide. Customer and sales management, right? Like ticketing, help desk tools, chat, and many others, like for team collaboration. What am I doing with this project? If I'm taking on a new project, even though I'm a store, I'm a retail location, or I'm an online store, I'm taking on projects as I move back on a regular basis, and those projects are, taking me off course. And suddenly I forgot about the tools that I have to deal with. Employee training. Do I have to retrain every time repeatedly? Or do I have a tool that allows me to set up videos of my training and have my employees train repeatedly using those tools? So I don't have to do the thing over and over and over again. Calendars and appointments, syncing all of that data into one place. So a tool that will allow you to, place all of these necessities in one place. And I call them necessities because a business owner doesn't see them as a necessity many times. He sees them as a luxury. But if you have these as a necessity, then you can operate and collaborate and move at a much faster pace than you would otherwise. Let's go to the next slide. So a web presence and e-commerce is also something that you can't do without today, and e-commerce tools. And we'll go to the next slide, which talks about why. Why most tools, even if you use the best tools. On the next slide, Cherry, why if we're using those top tools, why do I still fail? Many like business owners, like we said before, have too many tools to deal with, too many logins, siloed data. I have information here, I have information there, but they're not connected. No visibility, very limited visibility, or maybe the visibility that that tool is enabling, that's all. And the high cost of dealing with most of these platforms. No integration between tools as well is something that is a hindrance. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so what you need instead is an all-in-one platform. So what we've come up with, something that's built for SMBs, something that understanding the small business owner, that he does not have the business in a box mentality. He doesn't have a franchise mentality yet, but they want to grow, they want to expand, and they want to be successful, as everyone does, right? But hey, they can't take in all of those tools in one place, and they can't coordinate between them. Something that's affordable that I can start with and I can grow into, that I don't need an IT team for every little step, because that diminishes my energy, right? Actionable insights on a daily basis. I know what's going on. I get reports, I get updates, and connected tools that work in sync. Let's go to the next slide. So if we're looking at, a standard business owner, I see most business owners, as I see myself sometimes, like a chicken running without a head, right? Because we're trying to put everything into one place, and it's extremely hard. And we don't want to work in a fixed, or let's say a set environment, because it's easy for us to do whatever we want to do when we want to do. But if we look at the franchisees, most franchisees that succeed, they succeed because they follow a business plan that's been put together. They follow a formula. Let's go to the next slide. So the business in a box concept is not something new. It's something that's been around for years. It's something that's duplicated a million times over. And that's where we want you to think like. We want you to think like a franchisee, automate repetitive tasks, leave the other tasks that you don't need out of the way, and concentrate on, leave those tasks that are automated out of your way, so you don't have to deal with them, and they don't have to take you off course. Somebody's going to come and talk to you about, hey, I'm having a problem at the front desk. I'm having a problem with the shopping cart. Those are good problems for you to deal with. If you have someone else that can deal with it, let them deal with it, and let yourself, deal with the bigger points that you need to. So leveraging other people in order for you to be able to grow is extremely important. Make confident decisions based on numbers, not just on the whim. Let's go to the next slide. So having a complete business in a box type of mentality, with invoicing, with integration to all of the tools that we talked to before, a smart business that doesn't require you to learn 1,000 or 100 or 10 different platforms, and you don't need to be dependent on so many different personalities in order for them to help you out with what you're doing. Let's go to the next slide. So the next slide is jumping right into the all-in-one solution, time-saving workflows, clear visibility, setting up automations. Imagine you had a customer come into the store or shop online, and suddenly they got automated rewards. Just like when you go to a simple pharmacy like Walgreens or CVS, you're getting rewarded, and they want you to come back. Same thing. Imagine you had a tool that does all of that for you on a regular basis without you having to click a button, right? Something that is going to save you and set up those workflows that are easy to understand and to build, right? Allows you to have clear visibility into every aspect of your business. This is the tool that we're talking about. This is the Universell that allows you to, jump into a business in a box type of solution without paying those franchise royalties of 3 to 5 to whatever percent that you're going to pay them, but you're getting the mentality of a framework without having to deal with a franchise. You're getting all of the setups and all of the tools that they provide, and much, much more within that box. Let's go to the next slide. And in the next slide, we're talking about a giveaway. that we have. We have several giveaways. One of them is a business efficiency audit. If you look in the center of your screen, that business efficiency audit is a $2,000 value. It's going to be rewarded to one lucky person that has attended this session from the people that signed up from LinkedIn or people that signed up from our email campaigns. You also get another option that we're giving away is a Universell Credit or a 30-day free trial. So the 30-day free trial is available for anyone who is attending these sessions or listening to our webinar. And you can just go to our website. We're gonna give you the address very soon, and you can try it out for yourself. You can log in, you can see what's in there, and you can also have a one-on-one session if you like, in order to have training or to ask questions. But the business efficiency audit, let's go to the next screen, is something that will allow you to get a review of your marketing strategy if you have one or you don't, email and SMS campaign strategy, SEO and social media presence, website and funnels, loyalty programs and retention, and business processes efficiencies. So all of these are very valuable, tools that will allow you. We'll provide you a report that will allow you to review all of these points and will allow you to take and make good decisions so you can utilize them to your benefit. Let's go to the next slide. So our next slide is speaking about one of the parts that we spoke about in this session. The next slide is about our upcoming webinar, Optimizing the Final Steps, the Payment Experience. So we spoke briefly about the payment experience, which is the few moments before the final checkout, before they pay, before they're giving you and they're handing over that money and they're saying, you know what, I want to buy your product. So those few final steps are extremely important for you to be able to succeed. And most business owners do not look at those few final moments. They look at many other parts, but imagine those people walking away because, they're waiting in line, or they're not being serviced, or the shopping cart online is not providing them an easy and fast checkout. Or if they did try to check out and then they made a different decision, are you capturing their information? Are you able to call them back or send them an email making an offer to them? Listen, I saw that you looked at this product, buy it for cheaper. Here is a better price that I can give you. Let's look at the next slide to get a very fast overview of some of the things that are available. So here we're going to see, everything from, this is a pipeline, lead catchers, end of day reports that are available, ticketing, enterprise templates, custom analytics, email marketing, calendar, forms, and so much more that is available in the back end of the Universell. It's an all-in-one tool that allows you to have everything interconnected without using many external tools at all. Let's go to the next slide. And the next slide is showing you our website, which is one platform, total control. You can go to universal.us and you can click on the join free button right there on the top right. With the join free button, you'll be able to join and test it out for 30 days at no additional cost. And obviously the one platform, total control, is something that will allow you to turn your store, whether online or offline. It'll allow you to turn your store into a next generation profit machine. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so here we're going to open up to Q&As, and Cherry is going to come into the presentation. I really want to say thank you to everyone that attended, and we wish you a wonderful afternoon. If you can just stick around for a moment, and Cherry is going to continue from here. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. Thank you so much. And everyone, now it is your turn to speak. Now, let us know if you have any questions, whether it's about features, pricing, or how Universell fits your business. Well, we're here to help. So anyone have any questions?
Yes. How does this interface with like Clover, and then inventory and all that. Can you hear me?
Okay, so your question is about inventory. How will it be integrated? Is that right?
Integrated, yeah, with Clover specifically, because I didn't see it listed in one of
Right.
those
Mhm.
apps that you use.
Yes, well, our Universal can actually sync and integrate with Clover or any POS devices that you have. So it is whatever you do on your Clover device, it'll automatically sync to the Universal and vice versa as well. So it's not just the inventory, but it also includes invoices. It also includes customers, even forms that are available. And all these can be used. So if you don't have access to your Clover device at home, all you have to do is to log into your Universal account via your laptop, tablet, and you'll be able to access everything about your business.
All right, let me add to that. Very important point. We do work with Clover. Also, this fully integrates with Clover, GoDaddy, and a few other tools that are out there. That, apart from those tools that we have, with inventory integration, we go a step beyond what Clover offers. So if you have, for example, the need to work your inventory, you'll be able to do a lot more from our back end than from Clover, because we also offer you an application that we've released recently on the App Store. That application allows you to be able to manage your inventory from any Android device. You just download that application to an Android device, log in with your login that you've set up within the Universal, and you'll be able to take pictures, scan barcodes, and upload inventory from there. You can also see it remotely from that app. If you have it on your phone, you can see what inventory you have. You can set up alerts for low inventory, or for if you have even alerts for various different types of things. And it'll really work extremely well. We have quite a lot of users using this together with Clover today.
Does it work also with iPhones or only Android?
For the inventory apps, it's on Android. For the inventory management app, it's on Android, but the platform is accessible from the browser, so you can use obviously any browser-based, either computer, laptop, or tablet, whatever you need, you can access it. Okay.
And you host websites, or how does
Yes.
that work?
Yeah, we do host the websites. We also provide any companies that are working with us, not only the hosting, but they're also provided with an SSL that is set up with the website. And the e-commerce solution that we have several different e-commerce solutions, and I think that one of them by default is called the e-commerce shop. The e-commerce shop, fast shop that we call it, is a shop that you can have up and running within minutes. All your inventory from Clover or from Pax or from GoDaddy will be uploaded and synced within what we have there. But if you add more inventory, you can, from your web dashboard, etc., purchase orders or anything as inventory is coming in, you can also manage it from there, and it'll all sync with your e-commerce shop that we provide. If you want to go a different route, we also build, other sites like WordPress sites or other custom sites, and we are also rolling out a plugin that will work with any WordPress site. So if you have a WordPress website, which about 43% of the world is using WordPress today, we'll be able to connect that, including the payments, photographs, the pictures, customers, all of those things are going to be synced into one main dashboard inside the Universal.
Are they compliant with the new things, like for accessibility and all that?
We can
Or
build it as you wish, with whatever features you want. Obviously, this platform is a massive enterprise platform, and we can add whatever tweaks you want, either with WordPress or
is
without
that
WordPress.
an extra service or is part of the package?
No, it depends on the package that you go with. That can be an extra service.
If you would like, you can drop your email and your contact number, and we can go ahead and contact you and get back to you on all of these, so that if you have further inquiries, then we can go ahead and discuss it to you one by one, or one-on-one rather.
Yeah, we can easily do a one-on-one session, and you can review the inside and understand and ask questions. And obviously, most of our clients are referral-based clients, and they're coming from someone else that they heard about, or they're coming from people that have used or worked with us in the past, and people that have been able to grow a good business with this. We also have another question, I think, from we have another question from Allison Blake, right? Hello,
Yes.
Allison. So your question was, will it work with Shopify e-commerce? If you have a Shopify store, currently we don't have an integration with Shopify, but we offer some other things that will allow you to do, I think, better than what Shopify offers in many ways. You're using Clover for in-person and Shopify for online. This will connect to Clover, but not to Shopify.
All right.
If you'd like to share your website for Shopify, we can take a look at it and we can give you an idea of what can be done with it in order to interconnect it. Okay. Any
How
other
about training on the system itself? Is that part of the package, or how?
Yes, definitely. As an ongoing basis, we always have several people that are available to set up training at any time. One thing that makes us very big in terms of the success part is that we have always one-on-one support. So if you need help at any point in time, we have somebody that's going to be available. Monday to Friday, we have a schedule link within the Universell that you can just click on that link, and you can set up a scheduled time that's convenient both for you and for, that our support staff is available. And they're usually available Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. to about 6 p.m. And we're extending our hours next month to about 8:30 p.m.
And Allison also mentioned here, being a tobacco-based company, I have to have specific restrictions.
Right. So restrictions in terms of sending out, is that for text messaging, or what type of restrictions are you talking about?
Mainly on
e-commerce.
e-commerce sales.
Okay. So we can address that, and we can customize for that within your website. If we need to address them in any way, you'll provide us with your criteria, and we'll be more than happy to place that within the website. We have several product managers that will be able to clearly understand what your needs are and be able to address them and put them into action very quickly. We also offer for tobacco shops a rewards program that does not need to use text. It can also work with email. So when people purchase something, they'll get an automated email or get messaging in a different format, because a lot of the providers like Verizon, T-Mobile, and other providers, they have a limitation on what they allow to go through their messaging. So we also have an SMS platform that allows you to get those customers back, to shopping. And if you want to implement something.
Confiable de inglesa.
Pardon? I'm sorry? Right. So that's why I was addressing the communication, because I know that we deal with a lot of shops, a lot of smoke shops and vape shops, and they do have a restriction with the communication that they can send out to their customers, and they can't take advantage of the full reward capacity. So we have people that are using a rewards program in alternative ways in order to get them to bring customers back into the store. So that's why I was addressing that. Now, about the age restriction when they come to your website, that's something that we can, place onto the website in order to comply with the restrictions that you're looking for.
All right.
How do we schedule the training and a one-on-one?
Oh, yes, that's a good question, Elisa. Here, for next slide. So we have provided you here on this slide the contact number and also our contact number, email address as well. And we've also included here to our website. And as you can see, we have a QR code for you to sign up or reach out to us anytime to book your personal demo requests. And just indicate the date and the time, and one of our support team will definitely be contacting or reaching out to you and assist you with that. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. And we hope that you will be walking away with real ideas and real tools to take back your time and also grow smarter. Now, again, we have the QR code in front of you and our contact information. Please do not hesitate to contact us. And we're very looking forward to hearing from you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And see you again on July 24th
you.
for our next live webinar.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes, yes, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. ¿No hablan español?
Sí, sí, yo hablo español.
Ah, ok. Es que estábamos oyendo, pero como no sabíamos cómo ponernos no sabíamos cómo meternos en español, pensábamos que no hablaban.
Tenemos gente que habla español y pueden hacer el entrenamiento también en español si quieren.
Oh, sí, está mejor para nosotros en español.
Sí, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Es Raúl Ledesma o Rosalinda Ledesma.
Ok, me puede escribirlo en el chat abajo con su información y yo te voy a poner a alguien, se llama Jacqueline, y Jacqueline habla español perfecto y puede hablar con usted y explicar todo cómo está trabajando.
Ah, está bien. ¿Le pongo que mi nombre y teléfono o
Sí,
cómo le
sí,
pongo?
por favor, por favor.
Ok.
Ok.
Sí, ella es
Estamos
todo.
aquí. Sí, dígame.
Iba a hacer otra pregunta. ¿Esto se van a estar, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Se van haciendo seguido esto o no es que no sabemos nada de esto?
Ok. Tú quieres que alguien, vamos a hacer pone su información y voy a llamar a usted directo con Jacqueline y vamos a hacer como una conversación para 10 minutos para que usted pregunte las cosas que tú necesitas y seguimos de allá, ¿ok?
Ok, está bien. Entonces le pongo el nombre de mi esposo y el teléfono, ¿verdad?
Sí, y su nombre también, por favor.
Sí. Ok, está muy bien. Entonces yo le escribo.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
A usted, gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. And we'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you. And again, if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. And we're ready for you. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.